Hello, my name is Jason and welcome back to I Have a Story. While I have a lot of content to cover here, there's still a lot of stories that I've already talked about, other things that I'd like to talk about that I'm not sure where they fit in my categories, and I've already got things in those categories enough to keep me busy for a while. So I guess I'm going to have to make some update videos and videos outside of my normal daily routine that I've started here. But I'd like to bring another bad update. I talked about how protecting abusers and wrongfully protecting bad people and the victims that keep following suit all the way down that line. I'd already talked about how a person who's being protected and enabled and empowered to commit more and more abuse, even threatening counselors and advocates and professional people helping their supposed attacker, right? Go back and watch my preposterous PPO order videos and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And actually somebody was just showing me how to link these in, and I'm going to try and do it here. And I can't read what's on the screen. I have to memorize things and buttons here and which ones do what and how to do it, and I have to memorize it that way. So I'm going to see if I can do that, and hopefully I can get a video and start doing that more and learn more and progress more with how I'm operating on my channel. In part, I built my first computer before I ever learned how to use a computer. I like that aspect better than trying to use this garbage. But see if I can get those linked in here and we'll start progressing. I've been trying to learn how to use video editing software so I can make cool captions and better thumbnails for my screens that I can personally make myself and get my thoughts and creativity out. So I've got a lot that I've been learning, studying, and trying to do. But again, this is yet another just horrible, horrible, horrible. I mean, how much worse could it get, right? Well, I'm about to tell you. So just this week, I had several doctor's appointments. And I had talked about how my victim advocate was threatened and fired from her job because an abuser was threatening to lawsuits against the company because they're not supposed to help men. That's the story I've gotten. They're not supposed to help men. I would guess if a woman claims abuse, she's automatically right over evidence, even the actual recorded incidences. The woman's still right, even though she was the one severely and putting lives in danger, threatening my kids and myself. Again, watch the video. So I decided, hey, let's take a swing in and see how they're doing. Well, guess what? Since we live in a small community and word got out about all of this, and everybody knows the story now, nobody will step foot in that office again. The new woman who took the place of the woman who got fired for trying to help me and help so many people in our community, they fired her, and now everybody's scared to walk in, and the new person who's taken her place has not had one single client in roughly a year since she has taken that job. Not one. Now the problem with that is this is a federally funded institute. It's a victims advocacy agency. If they don't show any progress or anything reason to have that office open, which, I mean, if you have 0 clients, that's a reason, right? If they can't show a reason to keep that door open, they have to close it. If they close the doors to that office, they have to shut down their entire agency because they will completely lose all their federal funding. So every advocate or every victim in our community is now going to have nowhere to turn to, all because of this. All because we decide to protect abusers and mentally ill people and let the victims and children suffer. And now it trickles down and trickles down and trickles down. Now let me tell you something about the woman who got fired. She had worked for that company for, I believe, roughly 18 years. 18 years, well known and respected in our community. This is a woman who went above and beyond her job. Because while she got on average 3 to 5 clients a week, that was her average, roughly, was 3 to 5 clients a week. She had plenty of other time to be helping our community. So instead of just sitting in an office doodling all day, which is what these people do, I'm hearing now in these offices that They're just coming in and bringing in arts and crafts and playing all day because there's nothing for them to do. And then we've even had one person who already quit already because they couldn't just stand sitting there doing nothing all day with nothing to do. But the woman who got fired, this is a woman who went above and beyond and used the spare time that she had in her job sitting there without having clients and patients. She went out and took, like, there's a woman who was one of her clients who has epilepsy and no driver's license, and she's actually got a lot of issues and doesn't have any friends. So the advocate picked her up once a week and took her grocery shopping and took her to the thrift store, got her out of the house, spent some time with her, and gave her a friend once a week. I even know that as a fact because I happened to run into him at the thrift store one day and go to the thrift store and get clothes and stuff, and they were picking up a dining room outfit for the girl. I'm not using names. I'm trying to separate woman. Woman is advocate, girl is client, and I'm just going to try to use that to keep names out of everything because I've already told you, I pop a name up, people get threatened. Because that's what happens when we protect abusers and mentally ill people. We continue the abuse. I mean, that's not but common sense and logic. How'd we lose that in our world too? That woman also took me to have major surgery because I had nobody to take me. And took me at 3:30 in the morning to my surgery that was supposed to take place at 5:30. And then got delayed till 1:30 and sat there all day with me. The woman was a sweetheart. She cared about her community and did for her community. And now they're looking at shutting down the whole entire program because a victim or a victim's advocacy group isn't supposed to help men, and we're getting people fired over sexuality and wrong. Again, ideology is ruining our country. So they might be shutting down the whole entire group, agency. Because now our community's scared to walk in that office after everything that happened. And nobody will step foot in there. Now they have nothing to show for it. Nothing. This is why we had rule and order and laws, and they were supposed to be followed. Why we had discipline, ground levels of foundation to follow was to protect everybody, right? Not the attackers. Not the abusers. It's a good thing my counselor owns her own counseling service because you can't fire her. But she tried. Didn't know she owned it. Oh, my counselor is irate about it. You don't threaten somebody's counselor. Oh my God. I mean, how much more could it even prove? How much more could even be done to prove? But yet it's still allowed to continue. I'll tell you what, people. I'm going to be the man to find out how to make it stop.